Something about this beat.
Hey, good morning. Thank y'all for tuning in this Thursday morning at 06:30 to listen to Reject Talk. I need y'all to go ahead and follow me on IG at Davis_girl36. On Twitter, that's at Reject. TikTok, that's Reject 2020. Clubhouse, that's at Reject1979. And if you need to send me an email, you can email me at rejectent2020@gmail.com. Shout out to some of my sponsors this morning, man. Shout out to Emily Barr, the owner of the King's Pavilion. That's at 674 Martin Luther King Jr. Highway. That's in King Street, South Carolina. Again, you can reach her for all your outdoor facilities, vendors, music artists. She's booking right now for all of those things. You know, you need to go ahead and lock your spot in. If you want to reach her, you can reach her at 843-356-5540. Again, that's Miss Emily Barr, the owner of the King's Pavilion. That's at 674 Martin Luther King Jr. Highway. That's in King Street, South Carolina. Shout out to my barber, the owner of Brooks and Rose Barbershop. That's at 507 12th Street in West Columbia, South Carolina. Her name's Sean, that girl. If you need a haircut and you're in West Columbia, South Carolina, man, look Sean up. Again, that's the owner of Brooks and Rose Barbershop. That's at 507 12th Street in West Columbia, South Carolina, man. This morning I am sitting here with the lovely certified life coach, motivational speaker, self-love advocate, Miss K. Crozier.
Yes, ma'am.
AKA Coach K.
Definitely.
In the building, man. Give it up for Coach K. Coach K, did I say your last name correctly?
Yes, Crozier.
Crozier, man. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Tell them a little bit about yourself. Are you happy to be here this morning?
I am. Yeah. I'm ecstatic to be here. Thank y'all for having me.
You have a lot of great things going on.
I do. I do. Yeah. It's been a crazy year and it's just starting. So.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing to be in the number one more time, man. Life coach, right? Like I hear that a lot, and I was just like, I just want to know, like, what's your definition? Like, what is the definition of life coach?
The definition for me of a life coach is someone that is able to be there in your time of need, to be able to be understanding and empathetic, sympathetic when need be as well, but also be able to help you out of whatever the cycles that you're consistently building up for yourself. They help you out of those cycles and help you get on a new path or journey in order to get towards where you're trying to go for yourself and your purpose.
Pretty much what it sounds like. Man, like that's a mouthful. So that doing that brings you joy, huh?
It does. It does. I'm passionate about it. It's what I do. I love it.
So let's talk a little bit about, like, tell them a little bit about you.
Oh, man.
What brought you to this journey of life coach?
Honestly, when I think back on my life, I've been doing it my whole life. Ever since I was little, different friends would come and they would always come to my house asking for advice, asking for my opinion on things. And in my mind, I'm just like, I'm just talking to my friends. I'm just helping my friends. But when I look back now, and I'm 40 years young, when I look back now, it's like, man, all this time, this is what I've been doing, and this is who I am. And this is what I was brought here and sent here to do.
In life, to help people walk through life.
Yes.
What type of clients do you attract?
Oh my gosh, my goodness. Everybody from regular school teachers to lawyers to doctors to, I have colleagues at work that are actually clients. I also work in healthcare. And when I say all walks of life, I mean all walks of life. Yeah. Even down to, I have a mentoring program within my business, and I deal with 17-year-old, 16-year-old young ladies who are trying to find their way. They may not have had a good parental figure in their life and they just need some guidance. I help them as well.
So pretty much, like, each client, you meet them where they are?
I do.
So what's the process for that? Like, what's the process when one comes to you, when they first initially come to Miss K? What's the beginning process? Like, what is it that you look for and things of that nature?
For me, it's about finding out what it is that they're in need of. And while I'm doing that, I'm also processing whether I'm able to help them or not. Because I learned a long time ago that even though I have a passion for helping people, you can't help everybody. And everybody can't handle the kind of help you give. So because of that, while I'm engaging them right where they are, I'm able to kind of process it then and say, okay, I can help them, or no, okay, I can't. And then from there, I'm kind of shifting, saying, okay, I have this person in my head. I have that person in my head. Let me send you to so and so.
Okay, referring them out.
I'm always because I feel like as a young woman, it's about rebuilding and restructuring our young women and our youth and our communities. And if we don't do it, who will? So if I can't help, somebody else can.
Okay, and you speak of young women, but your clientele is
vast.
It's anybody, right? Everybody.
Absolutely. I even have male clients.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But female, is that a passion of yours?
It is, and I think it has to do with just the fact that I am a woman, and going through your life and seeing our grandparents go through their life and our parents go through their life. Most of the time, women did not have a voice. They weren't allowed to have a voice. They only had one thing that they were supposed to do, and that's stay in that house, stay in that kitchen, take care of those children, etc. So being that we've all kind of moved so far forward in our life, I was always told, and I've always valued the fact that I dare to be different. Therefore, I'm always going to voice how I feel, and I'm always going to do it with love and compassion in my heart because I have a passion and love for people. So.
Oh yeah, and you speak of self-love.
Absolutely,
self-love is the best love, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how do you go by, like, what's the process of? Pretty much you're coaching people through life, right? And not everybody has that self-love. So how do you help one develop that?
Once again, is meeting them where they are and seeing. So you have certain people who may have been shifted or shaped it through love by their parents, but they may not have received something else that they should have received. You have people that have had healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships, and they just may need a little bit of guidance one way or the other. So once again, it's about meeting them where they are. And when it comes to self-love, you can't teach self-love if you haven't been through any kind of experiences where you've doubted yourself, the love that you have for yourself. And when you go through situations like that and you start to question, oh my God, but why am I allowing these things to happen to me? Why am I allowing this to take place and I'm not doing anything about it, and I'm losing myself, I'm losing who I am? What do I do? That's when that light clicks on for most people, and it's like, okay, you need to worry about yourself. And when you begin that process of worrying about you, everything changes. How you see people, how you see yourself, the love that you project on yourself, other people begin to see that. And it's like an infestation, if you will. The minute you see the love that's glowing on me, you want some of that automatically. So you're like, so can you tell me about that? How did you get this? How did you? And it's like it just, I don't know. I don't really know how else to explain it, but it's just like a light clicks on for one person and it begins to affect everybody else around them.
Like a chain reaction. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Self-love is a chain reaction.
It is, and it's so awesome.
And it's so necessary.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in these times.
Oh, yes.
Before we get so deep into our conversation, let the people know where they can find you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys can find me. I have on my website www.renewedminds, and that's with a Z at the end. That's RENEWMINDZ minds.com. You guys can find me on social media with Facebook or Instagram at renewed_transformation. Reach out, talk to me. I'm here to meet you where you are and see if I can help.
I love that name, Renewed Minds. How did you come up with that name? Where did it come from?
It came from me going through when I first started my cycle or my process of my journey.
Okay.
The thought that was always coming to my head from my higher guides and my spirit guides was, you're renewing your mind. You're changing the way you're thinking about yourself. You're changing the way you think about other people, and because you're doing so, you're able to see them another way and receive them another way in order to give them the love that they need when they need it. And then learning that and understanding that as I was going through my transitional, journey, I was like, okay, every day you have to renew your mind. You have to tell yourself every day how you feel about you, especially when it comes to self-love. And when it comes to helping other people, you're reminding these other people how they have to see themselves, and they may not see themselves right away like that, but with the repetitive motion, anything that you do for 21 days straight, it becomes a habit. So the more you start to speak that positivity into people's life, as well as and speaking it into yourself, you're pouring into yourself like you're pouring into others. And when you're doing that, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh yeah,
it's your purpose.
Motivational speaker. Have you had any engagements?
Not as of yet. Yeah. No, COVID shut everything down. Like when 2020 was booked solid for me when it came to going out to different places to speak, but COVID shut the whole world down. And when I mean it, COVID shut better than Beyonce did. COVID shut everything down. I mean, couldn't nobody do anything from coast to coast, country to country, continent to continent. Everybody was locked in keys. So definitely was a hard year, but Even though I wasn't able to do a lot of the speaking engagements, I still had clients and was still able to build clientele through that. So even though it was a harsh year and not being able to go and speak, I was still able to stay afloat, which was not something a lot of other businesses could do, especially small businesses.
Oh, yeah. So salute to that.
Yeah.
Like, for real, for real.
Thank you. I
God is
appreciate
good.
it. Yes.
But are you a member of Clubhouse? Have you heard of Clubhouse?
I have, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have an Android, and I was told that the iPhone users only alone with the Clubhouse, and that's okay, because I'm not a hater. I know how to be patient. When it comes to Android, I would be right there picking it up. It's all right.
Shout out to the Android users. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I was just thinking though, it's a good space, but you don't have to be there, because motivational speaking, like, people are still booking people, cyber,
Absolutely.
So you might want to tap into that.
I definitely plan on it.
Yeah.
We already have a few things coming our way. We have a mini retreat getting ready to come up mid-February, and that is going to be amazing.
Let's talk about that. A mini retreat coming up in February.
Yes,
do you have an exact date yet?
Absolutely. February 6th and 7th.
February 6th and 7th. Y'all hear it.
And because of COVID, we're keeping it kind of small to where it'll be 10 women max, including myself and another good friend of mine. And when I say it's going to be life-changing, renewing everyone that's in that particular group's mindset and helping them change the way they think and feel about themselves in order to become better people.
Okay.
That's what it's about.
Where is it located? Is it online or is it
physical? As far as the place is in Tennessee, and I have not disclosed the whole.
Okay.
Because I can't just have people popping up.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah, definitely.
But we are thinking about also having it done virtually as well. The price will definitely be different.
Okay.
And some of the services won't be able to be as lucrative or provided, being able to be virtual, but they'll still be able to receive that experience of self-love and being able to learn how to pour into themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any do you have any situation where you was like, this was my best work? Like, man, if I could do this again, this was amazing. Like a wow moment, and you doing what you do and interacting with people?
Anytime that it always seems to happen. I don't know what it is. Anytime I walk into a room, my energy and my spirit is just pulled to those who I'm supposed to speak to. Mm-hmm. And when that happens, I tend to kind of remove my flesh, if you will, out the way and allow the Holy Spirit to just use me as it sees fit. And when it never ceases to amaze me, I'm always telling my sweetheart and as well as other people I care about, I don't know how this happens, but when it happens, I'm just a tool, as they say, that's being used. And when I'm in those moments, it's like I know I'm there. I hear the words coming out my mouth, but I'm like, wait a minute, I did not. Hold on, because I don't even remember writing anything like that. That is beyond deep. That is way beyond my complex of understanding. So I know that wasn't me.
Oh, yeah.
And to be able to just be in those moments and have those experiences, it's amazing every time it happens.
Wow. What's your creative process when it comes to you creating your classes, your motivational speeches and things of that nature? Like what excites you?
I guess what excites me most is, again, being able to see people change. And it's like when you are helping people on their journey or their path of enlightenment and growth and change, and when that process first starts, it's like you're talking to that flesh, you're talking to that low vibrational energy. So you got to work with that, and it's like kneading the bread, and you're constantly kneading that bread, constantly kneading that dough. But when I tell you, man, when that light sparks up in that person's head, and that their whole shift, it just changes. It's like, okay, they finally got that God complex. Let's work. And when they begin to put their own motivation into what it is that they're pouring into themselves, excuse my friend, but that shit just hits me the right way. It's like having some great sex morning, noon, and night, and it's like, hello, this is what I've been waiting for. Now that you've hit that peak, let's work. Yeah. And that energy is just it's beyond ecstatic. Yeah. It really is.
You can't really explain it. You gotta feel it, right?
Yes.
And you say hello. Hey, it's like when that light come on, right?
It really is.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah. Who are some of your influences?
Oh my gosh. Of course, Maya Angelou, and of course Miss Oprah Winfrey and Ayana Van Zandt. Of course, Miss Michelle Obama. By the way, she was fierce.
Man, she looked amazing.
She was fierce. Can't nobody tell her nothing. I don't care what no one says. Can't no one tell that woman nothing. But outside of them, my mother, Toby Wilkins, has been a true motivational inspiration to me in my life. My mother got married early in life and is she's a mother of 7 children and was kind of rearing us for the most part by herself, while she got out at an early age and started creating businesses for herself. And when I say my mom has multiple streams of income from multiple businesses that she has created and placed within herself, how else was I not supposed to pick that up and understand and run with it?
So you come from a boss.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
A boss came from a boss.
Absolutely.
That is great.
Yeah.
So how does she feel? Is she excited when she see you out here doing your thing?
It's so funny. I literally just had a conversation with her the other day, and she was like, "I'm so proud of you." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I appreciate that. I learned it from you." And she's like, "Sometimes, when you got a lot of kids, I don't know who's paying attention and who ain't, but I'm glad you were." So definitely, I'm so grateful for the lessons that I was taught from my mother on how to, just hit that pavement running and hit the ground running, and don't allow anybody to take your dreams from you.
Oh, yeah.
Don't allow anybody to keep them from you, and constantly get out there and make it happen for yourself.
Oh, yeah. And you spoke of Oprah, Ayala, Ayala and Vaughn. You say their name. Who's to say they're not listening? So if they are listening, talk to them. Talk to them.
By all means, first and foremost, I honor you ladies. I show and send love, light, positivity, and gratitude your way. I thank you guys so much for paving the way for women like me to be able to come out, speak up for who they are, speak up for how they feel, and be able to have that journey of love within themselves so bold and beautiful that it just goes beyond measure. I thank you guys. I honor you guys, and keep up the good work, because you guys have women like me that honor you, respect you, and are following you. Keep leading the way.
Oh yeah, and you keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
You keep doing your thing.
Thank you so
now,
much.
I'm about to put you on blast now. Because I know you're creative.
Yeah.
Do you have a quote that you like to say, or a poem or anything? Like, do you want to bless the mic with anything? You're a dope individual.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I have 2 things that I say all the time.
Okay.
The first one is, why would I ever try to be like anybody else when I'm always daring to be different? By me daring to be different, I'll never be defined. You'll never be able to put me in a box.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one is, and this is just how I feel, I'm applying pressure on 2021, all 2021, because 2020 shitted on everybody. That's how I feel.
So pressure applied.
All day.
Pressure applied.
Every day.
She is here. Coach K is in the building.
You. Yes.
She is applying major pressure all 2021 on all platforms. Y'all better tap into her motivational speaking skills, her life coaching skills. Man, she is an awesome individual.
Thank you.
Again, let them know how to find you, and let them leave them with something, some nuggets. Those quotes were nuggets in themselves. But I'm like some advice.
Okay. So again, on my social media platforms, on Facebook as well as Instagram, you guys can find me by looking up renewed_transformation. Both of those pages are live and they're in direct. You'll be able to contact me right there off of either one of those pages. You can also hit me up on my website at www.renewedminds.com, or you can email me at coachk@renewedminds.com. Reach out, and like I said, if I can help, I definitely will. As far as advice,
to someone that's probably, because COVID, I'm just gonna be honest, COVID put a lot of people into entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah.
People started tapping into everything.
Yes, yeah.
So I've seen a lot of people come out of, I'm gonna say resurrect, because they probably was already there. Who say they're motivational speakers and life coaches and all kind of things. So those that are pursuing that career, because they're fresh.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for those people?
First of all, work smarter, not harder. Hit the ground running, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. If the door closes with one avenue, trust me, there are a million other avenues that you can get out there in order to create the business that you want for yourself. Whether it's motivational speaking and engagements and encouragement, or it's building out your own bank and having your first bank for whatever state you come from, however you feel, sis, bro. Do what makes you happy, but do it to the best of your ability. Anybody that is passionate about what they do, they're going to love what they do, and it'll never be work, because it'll always just be their purpose.
Mm-hmm. That is amazing, and that is so true, because every morning I wake up, I go to bed late, but I wake up
Yeah.
early, and I'm still
And
rejuvenated.
refreshed, yeah,
I'm like-
absolutely.
I'm like, I'm not gonna do no work today, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing work. I'm doing what I love,
You do
so
what
it's
you
not
love.
work.
That's right.
You know, so I appreciate you being here today, sharing this space, sharing your energy, and I mean, you doing what you do, and by me being here, I'm able to catch this for free.
Yeah,
Hey man, but y'all better tap into Coach K, man. Y'all better tap into Coach K. She's here, and she's making a lot of noise in 2021, man.
All
So-
2021.
Oh yeah.
Apply pressure.
All pressure applied. So if y'all haven't taken that vow today, y'all need to take that vow, man. Pressure applied. All 2021, man. Bet on yourself, for
That's
real.
right.
All money on you, 2020.
That's right.
For real. All energy on you, 2020.
Yes. The energy you get that to others is what you most of the time try to get back for yourself.
Oh yeah.
So you have to know what it is that you're giving out, because if you're giving out some shady kind of energy, you're gonna get that back. Karma always comes full circle.
Karma comes back.
Make
good or
sure you're
bad.
giving out that positive energy, because you
yeah.
want to get it back no matter what.
Oh yeah, that's from Coach K, man. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it first, man. Y'all go ahead and tap in. Again, follow me on IG. That's at Davis_girl36 on Clubhouse. I need y'all to follow me at Reject1979, man. I need to get my Clubhouse followers up and my Instagram followers, man. Don't be a lurker. Follow me. Follow me, man. Follow Coach K.
Absolutely.
Follow us, man.
Yes.
Cause hey, we got stuff going on. She got dope stuff going on, man. Don't just lurk. Let's support.
I agree.
Oh yeah. So she looking to work with everybody out here. Teachers,
Absolutely.
preachers,
Doesn't matter where you come
doctors,
from.
lawyers. Hey, I can sing that song. Light on.
You better come
all
on.
of that. Hey man, but thank y'all again for tuning in to Reject Talks, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to listening to myself and Coach K, man.
Thank you.
Slim got that heat. Yeah, something about this beat.